I think this is an important room. What I always took away from this room is that the journey of a great city is much more than any one person, though every person's important. It's more than any one 4-year period, though every 4-year period's important. It's more than any period of history. It's a journey that's critical. It's a journey that is needed. It's a journey that continues only because we choose to make it continue. And to all of you that have played such a role, I thank you for what you've done for my city, the city that I love. To business leaders who are here, to people, as I say, who worked on the transition, who worked inside this hall, to Rick Burnt and Jay Brody and so many, many more. It is written that all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. That all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. In addition to my family and my friends, I have come to love deeply the people of our city. I have loved them in their joy and in their grief. I have loved them in their victories and in their defeats. I have loved them in their kindness, and I have loved them in their cruelty. And I have loved them in their worship, and I have loved them in their hard work. I have loved them in their addiction, and I have loved them in their recovery. I have loved them through the bright eyes of their children, and I have loved them through the tears of their grandmothers. And I have loved them in their hopes, and I've loved them in their despair. And they have become a part of me. They have. The people of this city, this great city that has never ever surrendered. Changing the human heart and changing the life of a great city are not separate tasks, but are as interconnected as the two beams of the cross. And the heart of that connection is the call to believe in ourselves, to believe in our neighbors, to believe that there is a sacred, numinous mystery at work in the soul of every individual, to believe that one person can make a difference and that each of us must try, to believe that each one of us is needed, that there is more that unites us than divides us, and to believe that we're here to serve a loving God by serving one another with love. As I reflected back and trying to put these remarks together on that mix of forces that came together, that alchemy of forces of history and individual actions in the present that set about this important life-saving, neighborhood-saving, city-changing work of these 7 years that we shared together, my mind and heart continued to return with gratitude, and I don't mind telling you, a real sense of awe to the grace that allowed us to answer that call to believe and to experience the strength that arose from the obedience to that call, a strength that had a way of simplifying things which seem impossible. I would not trade these, the work and the progress of those 7 years for all of their difficulties and for all of their challenges, for all the wealth in this world. And not since 1814 has any man ever been blessed with such a strong and loving family, with such courageous friends, and with such strong and courageous neighbors as I had in the defense of our city during those 7 years. We are all in this together, and our best days are still ahead of us in our city, because there's no such thing here as a spare American. In our city, where every person matters. And that's why there will always be a title that resonates with great love deeply in my soul. And it is the title of citizen of Baltimore, the greatest city in America.